Hello, I'm Anatole. This is my review of Star Trek Next Generation Season 1, Episode 1, Encounter at Farpoint. Received a score of 7.0 on IMDb, and this was a very fraught pilot episode. It had to be rewritten, and then the studio wanted it to be longer than 1 hour, became a 2-hour episode, and Q was added to the plot to pad it out, which is good. Q is the best thing about the story. And what I think is interesting is that it doesn't work. Most people, consensus is it's okay-ish, but it's definitely not great. But what I really like, it retains the most important element of the original series, and that is exploration and discovery. And Gene Roddenberry originally conceived of Star Trek, the original series, as a wagon train in space. And if you watch the first pilot episode, The Cage, it becomes very apparent that it is a wagon train in space. The Doctor offers the commander of the Starship Enterprise, Pike, some whiskey or vodka. I think it's whiskey at one point. Definitely acting like the wagon trail doctor, not a starship doctor. But apart from that, what I really like about the episode is that we get a chance to meet the characters, and while they will get fleshed out much more later, the strongest point of each character is there right from the beginning. Even Wesley, we can see him as kind of the precocious kid, not the annoying kid that many people felt that he became later. And because Star Trek itself offers such a broad canvas, you can tell so many kinds of stories within the realm of Star Trek. You could do comedy, you can do adventure, you can do horror. It's all there. The basement or the floor is much higher than in other series. As long as you have some kind of original hook and you give the character space to explore this idea, you can't go too far wrong with Star Trek. You can get mediocre, but you can't get too terrible as long as the craft is there. And I think you see that in this original pilot episode, that the flavor's there, the characters are new and different from the original series, so the setup is good. And we do get one really strong antagonist, and that's Q. The rest of it is nothing to write home about, but the series would improve. So here we are, more than 30 plus years later, and if this had only been a 2-hour film, it would have been forgotten. But because the series itself was able to take this kernel, and once Roddenberry was out of the picture, and Rick Berman, I believe, as the producer, came in with season 3, then the potential of the show was really able to be fulfilled. So in the end, it's worth watching if you're going to invest in the rest of the series. Not worth watching if all you want to do is just get a flavor of the Next Generation and watch the pilot. This will not satisfy you. So that's my review of Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 1, Episode 1, Encounter at Farpoint. I hope you enjoyed that review. And I'm at the end of 3 hours of filming, and I just lost my main light. That's why you saw it get suddenly dimmer. And that's the cue then. The lights are out, the bar's closed, let's go home. Take care, be well.